Sonic Heroes would be the best Sonic game if its controls didn't suck. I know, let me have it. Here's the thing, this take is spicy on two levels. One is the mere suggestion that this game is even in the conversation for being the best in the series. And the second is my audacity to criticize the holy Sonic Heroes. So let me just answer each point one by one to explain why I feel the way that I do. To answer the first group of people, I think Sonic Heroes has some of the best characterizations, level themes, and gameplay concepts in the entire series. It is a game that is brimming with creativity and uniqueness, that pulled from every part of the franchise to that point, with it being structured like a classic Sonic game, while continuing on the story of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Its focus on the wider Sonic cast made it a great introduction to the franchise, and it's probably why Sega chose to make this game the very first multi-platform game in the series. So in all those respects, this game is pretty much unmatched in my eyes, compared to every other Sonic game. Now to answer the second group of people, I think Sonic Heroes controls are just way too slippery. The lack of proper traction and weight makes the characters near impossible to play at certain points in the game. Hell, when I was a kid, I would spend the majority of my time playing as the power or flight characters, just to have some semblance of control. Which is a problem seeing that the fun of a Sonic game is supposed to be going as fast as possible. Match that with the limited lives, long-ass levels, and other level mechanics like rail jumping just not functioning properly, and you get a game that just isn't polished enough to be considered the best in the series. To me, a platformer's controls has to be the strongest part of the game, because quite frankly, that's the foundation that every other part of the game has to rely on. It's as important as having good shooter mechanics in a first-person shooter, or Guna skins in a pay-to-win game. Now, those are some pretty harsh words I said against Sonic Heroes, so let me just reiterate that Sonic Heroes is still a really fun game, and one of my favorites in the entire series. However, I simply can't overlook the fundamental issues I have with the controls. There is fun to be had here when you get used to them, but getting to that point can be difficult for a lot of players. Now, if Sega were to remake Sonic Heroes, and all they did was just smooth out the controls, it would probably be my favorite game in the series. But as it stands, this is my hottest Sonic take. So, let me know down below how bad you think it was. Just, be civil about it. Okay?